Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
First play, and Rodgers letting it rip. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun handoff to Warren. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another Steelers first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They gain 11 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
A toss running left, Warren. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Warren. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Looking for it with Warren. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. And they take this in for the score. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Moore. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Not a lot of quarterbacks, Kate, who earn postseason wins each of their first 2 seasons. And that's exactly what CJ has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year.
First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Texans first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Stroud throwing here on first. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Stroud off of play action. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Houston.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On second down, Marks. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it first and goal.
A gain of 10 yards.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. It's Marks on the handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Marks has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's third and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And they get to him again. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Thielen, the receiver, in motion left. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Noel to return this. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds after getting it all the way down inside the kicking team's 45.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
First and 10 from the 43. Running the toss here to Marks. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
And the Texans first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
They go play action with Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And now it's 3rd and short. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Texans make it a 1-point game. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Second and 1.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Warren, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. First down from the 42. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Short pass caught by his tight end. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Putting a receiver in motion. Rodgers off the play action. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Steelers have a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
On first down, Warren. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Rodgers from the gun. From the pocket, looking for a target. And he sails that one over the end zone.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Warren. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Gets it again. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Texans 10. Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Knoll to return this. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
New set of downs for them from the 31. Stroud off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the 2 were not able to reel it in.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll set up a screen here for Marks. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. So that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Finds his back, Marks. It's going to be a short pickup down to the 45. Kyle Duggar hauling him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing again, it's Stroud. Finds the in route, complete. And they get this down to the 28. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
And the Texans, 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Texans.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now it's Stroud on the keeper. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. This connects with Schultz. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the gun, Marks gets it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Marks. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the upright. And the Texans make it 17 all.
17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Johnson now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little shorter than 35.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Punt meets him at the 28. He's brought down before the return gets far. The Texans sending their offense, and Woody Marks out there.
6-yard
And all
line.
that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. To the air, Stroud. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
6 yards.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I just hear the sound, thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Warren once more. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
First down. Here's Rodgers. Blocked by Warren out of the backfield. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
The Texans are in the nickel, 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. From the left hash, 54 yards out. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And this stays tied here in the second.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Shotgun now, first round. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
That's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. Some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Back to the air they go on second. Stroud. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Stroud again. Dumped off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Here he is on 3rd and short. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Again, Stroud. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Drawing up the design keeper. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Noel to return this. Jukes away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Morris. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This is Marks. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. I'll air it out on 3rd. Beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 43. Stroud from the pistol. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing again. It's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Absolutely fires this one right side. Big game downfield. And he has it all the way inside the opposing 40.
It's a gain of 42 yards. And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He's looking deep once again. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Miles Bryant.
That's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. 1st down, Stroud. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
That's another Texans.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Stroud off the play fake. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Marks. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Running back sent in motion left. 3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He's brought down at the 30, right near that line of gain.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They sneak it with Rodgers. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Working out of the gun, here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Counterplay here, Warren. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They stick with Gainwell. Get some space around midfield. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body, and these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
Connects on the crosser. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First down, here's Rodgers. Complete over the middle. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a third-quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 24, Texans 20. Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Here's Stroud now. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's Marks on the handoff. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Texans first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the ball. They are leading, but not by a lot. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Now give to Warren, coming right. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down throw here by Rodgers. Completed to his running back. And he's down after getting us up to the 41.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play fake, here's Rodgers. They did it! He made the interception! And the Texans have some new life in the 4th!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Out now come the Texans on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st down, it's a run with Marks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll run, it's Marks. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. He got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. From the gun, Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like to call it. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That's DK on the slant. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set to go now from the 35. Rodgers going to throw on first. That one going to go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Rodgers off the play action. Pressure coming, and they take him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. It's his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And the fair catch made here at the 15. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Going left with Marks. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a fourth-quarter lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 3.
27, Steelers 24.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Rodgers to throw. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. QB sneak coming. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Steelers first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Handoff here to Gainwell. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
To the air on first down. Rodgers. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35. Trying an inside give to Ward. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll run. It's Gainwell. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
The ball carrier, Azeez Al-Shire on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Kicked well, and this is good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game!
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. No to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Throwing is Stroud. Completes it downfield to Kirk. At the 20. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 27.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers losing by 7. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Complete out to the right side. And he takes it down to the 33. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Low left side finds Freiermuth. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The Steelers calling their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. He'll look to throw it. Finds the in route complete. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A 6-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Back to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Now to throw. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. The task gets tougher as they set up on 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Design quarterback run here. So the Texans come away with the road win. And